Bro, I think we caught a spy. Right, we may have up in New York, you guys. Right, specifically coming from China, allegedly. Let's just go ahead and say allegedly until we actually find out exactly what's going on fully in depth. But there is someone, in fact, being looked at pretty oddly. Former aide to the governor of New York. Right? Oh no. Okay, that's scary. Like literally an unregistered agent of the Chinese Communist Party in the United States of America, functioning in a very high position. Okay, that's scary. I don't know what's going on, but generally, whenever this happens, there's normally some like, unfortunately, how about this? Unfortunately, there's normally some type of tension between the two countries now, right? So I don't know what's going to happen to this woman, right? But where I'm at right now, spy is a spy, bro. What are you spying for? Okay, what are you spying for? I want to know what the person did. First of all, we need to definitely assess the level of espionage. We definitely find out exactly who she had contact with, what has she done, is anything awkward now, right? Or ties weird between certain countries. We need to find out exactly, what her goal actually was as a spy. But either way, guys, listen, this is a suggestion from a channel member. I've already kind of read into it earlier today, so you guys send me a video about it, and we're here for it, guys. Right? The name of the video is former aide to New York Governor Cuomo, Hochul, accused of being unregistered Chinese agent. Guys, that title is a little wordy. But either way, we'll jump into it, guys.
And a former aide to Governor Hochul and former Governor Cuomo charged tonight with acting as an illegal agent to the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The indictment, more than 60 pages long, alleging she and her husband gained millions of dollars in financial benefits to buy luxury properties and fancy cars. Political reporter Marcia Kramer is here with all the details. Marcia.
Well, Dick and Christine, Linda Sun held a lot of different jobs during the 13 years she worked in state government. She was supposed to focus on business development, Asian American affairs.
Okay.
But according to the feds, her real focus was doing the bidding of the Chinese government, which included an important mission, preventing officials from Taiwan from gaining access to the governor's office. Linda Sun in federal court charged in a 65-page indictment with using various positions in New York State government to further the goals of the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party in exchange for funds to live a lavish lifestyle, including a multi-million-dollar Manhasset mansion and a fleet of fancy cars, including a Ferrari. Husband Chris Hughes, the owner of a Flushing, Queens liquor store, was also hit with a host of charges, including money laundering and bank fraud, while appearing to serve.
Bro, instant deportation. Instant deportation. Or are we specifically afraid of doing anything to these individuals who came into this country to basically do some type of espionage? Are we afraid to actually get these people out of here? What's going on here?
The people of New York as deputy chief of staff in the New York City
instant deportation.
Chamber. The defendant and her husband actually worked to further the interests of the Chinese government and the CCP, said United States Attorney Breon Peace. The illicit scheme enriched the defendant's family to the tune of millions of dollars.
Right.
The couple's $4.1 million home on the North Shore of Long Island was raided by the FBI 6 weeks ago, agents carrying out boxes of records. The indictment included several pictures of Linda Sun with Chinese officials, like this one from September 2019 in Beijing, celebrating the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. She is charged with blocking representatives of the Taiwanese government from having access to high-level New York State officials. She wrote to an assemblyman who wanted the government to meet with Taiwanese officials. Kindly decline. Do not want her to wade into this China-Taiwan sensitivity. She was also charged with forging Hochul's signature on a letter inviting Chinese officials to come to New York, which they used to get visas, changing the messaging of state officials regarding issues of importance to the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party, obtaining official state proclamations for Chinese officials without proper authorization, and violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act, which requires individuals to register with the Department of Justice if they are involved in political or advocacy work for.
Bro, why did you give her bail? Like, did you arrest her or you just charged her with something and just let her go free? Bro, nope. You forging the governor's signature? Now, this is wild. No. Not jail, listen, jail and then deportation. Give them 20 years at minimum, okay, and then send them back.
To register with the Department of Justice if they are involved in political or advocacy work for foreign governments.
That's
These
a
charges
crazy
are disappointing. That they are the product of an overly aggressive investigation.
Oh yeah.
Now, a spokesman.
The product of an overly aggressive investigation, but they have the documents. This is all a factual thing, right? I mean, or do we still have to say allegedly, even though we just saw the documents? Oh,
Governor
God.
Hochul said
Lawyers
Sun
are
was
interesting
fired
sometimes.
In March 2023, after officials discovered evidence of misconduct, the evidence was immediately turned over to the feds. Now, Linda Sun and her husband received millions of dollars in benefits for their actions. I'll have more on that coming up at 6.
All right, let's do it.
Stunning details there, Marcia. We'll see you again at 6. Thank you. A new
6.
scandal in state government
Is it 6
has
o'clock
a
yet?
former
All right, good.
aide to both Governor Hochul and former Governor Andrew Cuomo is charged with acting as an illegal agent of the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party. Political reporter Marcia Kramer has the details.
All right, more at
This
6. Let's
$4.1
go.
million Manhasset Long Island mansion is just one of the benefits reaped by Linda Sun for reportedly operating as an illegal agent of the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party. She and her husband, Queens liquor store owner Chris Hugh, have many lavish assets that the feds want them to forfeit if they are convicted.
If they are, listen, can we stop playing these games? Please. I don't want to play the allegedly game anymore, bro. All right. I don't want to play that game anymore.
In addition to the 5-bedroom Manhasset mansion, which was raided by the FBI 6 weeks ago, there is a $2.1 million Honolulu condo, a 2024 Ferrari, a 2024 Range Rover, a 2022 Mercedes, and tens of thousands of dollars in various bank accounts.
So basically, they have terrible taste in cars, too.
The couple, quote, laundered millions of dollars for the foreign country and used the monetary benefits of this scheme to buy luxury vehicles and million-dollar properties here in New York, said Tom.
Bro, wait a second. There's nothing luxury about Ferrari, bro, except the name. If you've ever driven one of these cars, bro, they are built terribly, with all disrespect intended. I'm sorry. I absolutely have utter disdain for anything Ferrari-oriented. If you've never driven one, I get it. You want to be like, oh, Ferrari, it's luxury. Bro, drive it. It drives decently. But it's the build quality is absolute trash.
Thomas M. Fataruso, special agent in charge of the IRS office in New York. But that's not all. According to the 65-page indictment, the Chinese government footed the bill for trips to China, a stay in the same Beijing
that's a
suite
given.
used by former First Lady Michelle Obama, event tickets, a job for Sun's cousin in China, backing for various
Nepotism.
businesses run by Chris Hugh, including a venture to import frozen fish to China, and several instances where a Chinese delicacy, Nanjing-style salted duck, were prepared by the personal chef of a Chinese consulate official and delivered to Miss Sun's parents.
Marcia Kramer here in studio with me now. Marcia, Linda Sun and her husband, they have various business ventures. Will they be able to account for all of these assets and all of this money in their accounts?
Well, not according to the federal government. In the indictment that they filed, they noted that in their joint return that they filed last year, the total amount that they claimed was $125,000, and that the liquor store only made just over $9,000 in profits.
Listen, if you dig into the majority of businesses, that's what it is.
All right, easy to do the math there. What happens next?
Well, they both posted bond, and they walked out of court today. And
what was the bond set
that
as?
they are limited to their travel, so they can't go to China anymore. They're only limited to New York, Long Island, Maine, and New Hampshire. But another thing that's interesting is that she was also ordered not to have any contact with either the Chinese mission here or the Chinese consulate. I need to tell you that moments ago, Governor Hochul spoke on radio about this, and she said she was shocked and outraged. But when asked what kind of misconduct they uncovered, she said that would come out in the next few days.
Oh, no.
Marcia,
We're here
thank
for
you.
it.
And a former
That's a lot, guys. Whew. The problem here is, guys, if you think the southern border is basically paper, right? Like it's completely porous, you can kind of just, flick it and you can walk right through it. Yeah, the northern border in some places are literally worse. Like there's not even a border, bro. There's a stone. And if you're literally saying that they cannot leave, New York, Long Island, They can literally just get on like a ferry, not even a ferry, like a boat, and go straight to Connecticut if that's the case. But that's still too close. But the point is here, upstate New York, you can easily just walk into Canada by accident. Like there are houses that are right on the border where you could actually, your kids are out here playing with a ball and your ball rolls into Canada, right? That's basically the northern border in many places. And they can also just kind of escape through there. I do hope that they don't escape, right? Because, I think they should probably be looked at a little bit better. And then I also think that they should not have gotten any type of bond. They should be sitting in jail because of basically all the charges that we just heard here, guys. And then with the documentation to basically go with said charges. This is a spy. And you're allowing them to do what? Walk freely? You're crazy. You're crazy. What's going on here, guys? But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should they have gotten bail? I don't think so. I'll catch you guys later. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.